Aloha, Ivana Hearn here of the Oahu Real Estate Life Team, and I'm checking in today to talk a little bit about buying Oahu real estate in the times of coronavirus. Like selling, there are certain precautions that are going to be in place, and how we do business is going to change drastically. I think the first consideration for anyone buying real estate is that you be healthy. That means if you're exhibiting any symptoms of coronavirus, that means fever, coughing, sore throat. There are many symptoms, I believe, of coronavirus, and I'm not a doctor, so I don't know them all, but I would check with your doctor, and if you have any doubt or any question about your health, you need to make sure that you are healthy and that you were not infected. Second, you want to make sure you haven't been exposed to anyone who has coronavirus. So I think, those are sort of the first questions you want to ask before you even consider going out. And that's whether you're an agent or a buyer. You really need to make sure that you're in good health and that you're not exposing anybody else. And frankly, be prepared to be asked those questions by other people, because people in the industry want to know. They want to know if you've traveled recently. They want to make sure that you're in good health. They don't want to expose themselves. We've got appraisers and inspectors and agents out there putting themselves at risk in certain cases, and we don't want them to be more at risk than they have to be. So if you're not feeling well, you need to stay home. So assuming that you're feeling fine and haven't been around anyone who isn't feeling fine, and you want to talk about buying Oahu real estate, I think what you also need to consider is your need really essential? Is it serious? Do you have to buy a house right now? If the answer is no, then you shouldn't be asking your agent to take you out. You shouldn't. This is not the time for agents to take their buyers out to look, because they can't go to open house and they just want to see some houses and all that. This is not the time for that. This is not the time, just to go out if you need a second home, or maybe you think, oh, maybe I'll find a deal. It's not the time to do that. The time is for people who have an essential need to purchase a home. So that means maybe you're going to be kicked out of your rental, or maybe you came to the island for a job and you're getting out of quarantine in 14 days and you're going to, have to stay in a hotel until you find a place. Or maybe your hotel's even closing. I mean, we don't know what's going to be happening. But if you're in the position where you must find a place to live, that would be considered essential. Another thing, if you're maybe have to move because of death or illness or divorce, or maybe you're not even safe in your own home, okay, so that might be a reason for going out and trying to buy a home right now. That might be considered essential. And that is probably why realtors are on that list of essential business services. Shelter, especially in the time of a shelter-in-place order, is important. People need a place to live. So if you fall into that category, then I would say it's okay to go out looking to purchase a home right now. The other category that's an exception to that would be if you're willing to purchase something sight unseen from a distance. I know that sounds scary, but people do that more frequently than you would think. Some people do buy it. We have practices and procedures in place to help people buy properties from a distance and without seeing them. So if you fall into that category, that's another option. So if you don't need to go see that property in person, if you're willing to see it from a distance through all of the technology and other things that we use, then now might be an okay time to look for a property. So if you are a buyer and your need is essential, or you're going to do a sight unseen purchase, what's the market going to be like? I think a lot of people want to know that. And, frankly, like everyone else, I don't have a crystal ball. I don't know what it's going to be like. I think there will be less buyers out, so maybe less competition there. However, there's also probably going to be less homes on the market. There are going to be people pulling their homes off, maybe if they're owner occupied and they don't want to be exposed. Maybe they'll pull it off just to rent it, kind of ride out the storm, so to speak. I don't really know. And again, this is just my opinion, not the opinion of Hawaii Life or anyone else, and I could be wrong. But I would just in general say, if you are able to ride out the storm, it might be a good idea. In general, real estate has gone up in Hawaii over the past 30 years. It's had its dips, it's had its peaks and valleys, but in general, it's gone up. It will probably continue to do so in the long term, but I do expect to see some blips on the market over the next year. You know, we're going to see probably some lower prices, and that's already started. So it may seem like a great time to buy, and it may be for some people. Some people might get deals. There may be panic selling by some people. However, there's still going to be low inventory. So I just really don't know what to expect. I don't think anyone does. We'll just have to see. So back to buying. If you do have a legitimate, serious need to purchase real estate, we have ways to get you through this. We're committed to helping our buyers and to making sure that you can get a property that works for you. So give us a call. If you're also interested in distance buying using sight unseen, give us a call. We're happy to help. Again, this is Ivana Hearn of the Oahu Real Estate Life team of Hawaii Life, and you can reach me at 808-721-8088. Please give me a call with any questions, or if you'd like to hear more about the way we're going to handle buyers, please stay tuned for my next video. I'll be talking about that hopefully tomorrow or the next day. Thank you, and aloha.